Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me. This is Dan, and I am playing Kerbal Space Program. This is an incredibly fun game. It's like a real-world space simulator. Is the best way I could describe it. You have multiple choices to add to your rocket. You build it yourself. Has real physics engine in it that allows for orbital mechanics and things like that. Incredibly fun. I haven't actually played a lot of it. Probably discovered this game a few months ago, and I've just started getting into the finer details of the game. We're going to launch here. As you can see, I put it together a little bit of a rocket here. We've got a couple of strap-on solid rocket boosters on the side. We've got a couple of engines down below here. And then we've got our crew. There's a Bill Kerman there. He'll be our Kerman in space. And we're just going to use our shift key and throttle up. And then hit our space bar. And there we go. We're off. We've cleared the tower and the clock is running. As you can see, at the top we're gaining altitude in meters, and then we actually have an atmosphere gauge which will show us going up within the atmosphere. And we can actually use our controls to try and keep the flight path of the vehicle a little bit more straight. There is a autopilot that you can toggle, and really what we're shooting for to get into orbit is around 75,000 meters, 100,000 meters, or about 100 kilometers, and a velocity of around 2,000 or more meters per second. Really what I haven't been able to achieve with this game is flight to the moon or another planet of that nature. It really is probably just me and in how I'm playing it, but I found it extremely difficult, and I can usually do these pretty well. Okay, and see, we're just trying to gain some altitude here. Just trying to change my flight path, so we're going a little bit more vertical to get us more upright, and then we'll pitch over at a 90-degree angle. That seems to have always worked well for me, and see if we can't add some velocity. You kind of pick up your velocity as you change your orientation, and we'll toggle that SAS there, that autopilot. As you can see, our velocity is coming up slightly, and our altitude's going up pretty well. This spacecraft is actually one of the smaller ones. It has a one-man capsule. There's actually a capsule that has 3 people, which is pretty interesting. You can actually send up 2 vehicles. You can actually an orbital rendezvous capability, and you can actually have an Apollo-style lander. The problem is that you can't actually transfer crew between the docking hatches. Don't know if this is an update that they'll come out with later, so your crews actually have to EVA outside to get to the other vehicle. I've played around with this in orbit of the Kerbal planet, but oh, we are actually dropping in altitude. I am busy talking, and I'm not even paying attention to that fact. Oh, there we go, we're rotating. I have my fingers all messed up. Look at that now. There we go. There we go. There we go. Alright, we'll turn that back down. And our velocity is, there we go, we're going down still. Alright, well, we may not have actually made it into orbit on this flight. Not at all. But, on the positive, we did make it into space. That would be a suborbital flight. How about that? Yeah, look at that. Oh, damn it. Well, as you can see, I have made several other flights. Your pieces or your debris or stages, however you want to look at it, remain within orbit for some time, even after your flight. And we can actually toggle through these views between our flight camera here and the other orbital view, or planets here. So spacebar is pretty much your action key. Hit that and boom. There, we just jettisoned from that stage, and our parachute is deployed and we're on our way back down. Like I said, I haven't had a lot of success with this game, but yeah, it's incredibly fun and addicting, and I cannot stay away from it to save my life. It really is one of the most addicting games I've played, and I think the reason is because I have such a hard time with it that I keep going back, because I keep trying to do all of those things that I want to do, like go to the moon. Stick around, keep watching these videos, and hopefully as I do these I'll progress through the game and maybe I'll get better. But for this flight, this was a Freedom 7. Little Bill Kerman is our Alan Shepard of the mission, and he went up and he came back down. Thanks for watching, and stick around. I'll definitely be putting up a few more of these videos to sort of show any kind of progress, and hopefully for first-time players they can sort of see how much fun this can be, or how frustrating. And we're coming down here very nicely. Alright. Well, thank you for watching, and for Bill Kerman, I'm Dan, and Godspeed.